Who said Derek said quit playing pinball? You know. Hello, we're live. I think we're live. I see Derek said to quit playing pinball.
I was waiting for an intro to play.
Oh, you know what? I didn't do that.
Where's our intro?
Well, no intro.
No
intro tonight. I'm a mess. I was trying. Derek is right. I was trying to get a pinball tournament set up, and I'll get back with you on that. We'll have a tournament tonight, so it's just not finished yet. So, do you guys feel better if I did an intro? Would you
yeah.
Some boobies.
We'll do an intro. We'll just do a quick intro. Let's see which one we can do.
We're going to start the show. 1, 2, 3. Yes. All right, I got to get going. Nice hanging with you guys.
Yeah, instead of starting soon, I should have said already started.
Right. Retro Bliss is in the house.
Bliss
Retro
back
Bliss.
From his Cork store yesterday, gaming convention. I'm jealous.
Well, you know, if Bliss is here, because I want to be leaving in a few minutes to go set up this game, and I'll be back. But since Bliss is here, and I know he's here right now, hello, Bliss. I want to say something. I'm with you, brother. I'm telling you what. If anybody, I don't care. I'll say it. I did get the ROM for 2600 Pac-Man, and if anybody accused me of stealing that, they can go jump in the lake, because I'll tell you what, who would steal a piece of crap like that? Ever. And if I paid good money for it, I'd be mad like you are. So I let it go on record that that is the worst game ever. And I'm telling you what, Poe has been officially removed from this show for picking such a thing. So, and of course, I'm just kidding, because I love Poe, and everybody knows I love Poe. So he's not out, but I'm not very happy with him. I'm done with my rant. I'm done with my rant. Carry on. I'll see you later.
I told you before, it's the best Pac-Man with an eyeball game that was ever made.
Oh, like the best artwork. Look at the arcade machine, right? Pac-Man looks lovable there.
Yeah,
that's why
he's all happy. He's happy. You could say he's blissful in this picture.
Very blissful.
I played that game since I've got RetroArch on my Asus ROG Alley. I played it on that, and I'll tell you what, the flickering on the screen, on that small screen, because I don't know why, but that ROM was just, the little Pac-Men were just flickering the whole time. I thought, I couldn't tell if I was chasing them or they were chasing me. I couldn't tell. It was that. But it's always fun to have a challenge against somebody else. And then Poe goes out of town. I want to thank your son again for his service. Wonderful young man, graduating the academy down there.
Thank
Congratulations. You. But Poe had to come home and just smash us all on the scoreboard. I mean, that was a fantastic.
Well, the wife wouldn't let me smash the whole vacation, so I had to do something. Hey.
All right, take it away, Bart. What do you got?
That's all you, Bart. We're done.
Yeah, I don't know. Poe, did you want to, since we were talking about it, do you want to go over the scores?
Sure. I won. At the end.
Since it was your tournament, here I thought I was all prepared for it, and I apparently wasn't. Here we go.
I saw it up there a minute ago.
There it is.
See? That's 8,870 points for Mr. Postal. D-Kong 52, very nice, 4,501. Mike the Gaming Road Warrior, 4,365. T-Dog, you did it, brother. You got up there. So 3,421. You know, he was putting his scores on there as he went. And he got progressively better at the greatest video game ever made. Pixelatorium, off-grid G.Parker, you guys suck. No, those are actually good scores too, because the first couple games that I played, you know, it had been a little while. They were like that, and you guys really never played this game, right? Or haven't for 40 years, probably.
I never played it.
Yeah, I haven't played it in 60 years. So
I played it when I was really, I don't know if I was a toddler or something, probably during that time period. Looked all good to me.
I'll tell you, the thing with it is it's what all this stuff is. It's about nostalgia. So either you have it for that or you don't. Or if you're like really old like Bliss, you were already like 45 when the game came out and you spent your money. But
the first time I played it, I was in Loves, and the last time I played it, I was in Depends. So that's why it's
Bliss, I'm kidding. We can't let you in here tonight, Bliss. You'll be too angry. We don't want you to be angry.
Yeah.
Well, since you're going over scores, remember I set up an Xbox tournament for something on Xbox. The Western one, Wild West Rampage. And just as an experiment, I set it up on Xbox. You should have been able to play it on anything except the Switch. And G.Parker on the Xbox. Good grief. Okay. Wasn't supposed to need these, but that's small letters. On the Xbox, I got 6,520,000. On the Switch, I got on Steam, I got 3,470,000. Off Grid got 3,410,000. Real close score there. And Hollywood Polo, sorry, it's not Hollywood, but 819,000. So we only had 3 people participate. I played twice. So no more launching games on Xbox. That was an experiment. It did not work.
I was out of town for most of the time it was going, so I just quick jumped on, and I was surprised it was still going, but I quick played a game, and I saw you were ahead of me, so I just went. I said, that's enough. I had enough. It was like, I didn't come out here. I got home. I'm like 110 degrees in here. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll let Greg have this one.
Yeah, and you get home and what you had to wrangle a rattlesnake and everything else. And you know, I was warning the family, the wife and daughter. I said, we're in Texas. You know, they're like trying to lay out on the concrete and get some sun. And I'm like, you better watch. Be a scorpion or a rattlesnake. Something's gonna get you. I ain't laying out there.
Careful with the armadillos too. They attack people.
Yeah, we did have one of those in the backyard. And we did have one when I was in tech school down there, charge a guy because he was making fun of it. They really had no place to go. We used to run a track early in the morning before the sun came up for our physical conditioning before we went to class. And everybody's running around the track, and this armadillo was in the grassy area in the center. Well, it's Texas. It wasn't really grass, but it was something. And I see a kid that's further ahead. He's like, and the thing just charged, and he jumped, and it ran under him and went into the bushes. So, yeah, watch those armadillo.
It's funny we're talking about the Texas wildlife right after Greg was talking about his Wild West tournament. When I was playing that Wild West, Kelly came over. She was nervous. I was recording it, so she was reluctant to knock on the door here, and so finally she did. And here I opened the door, and she's holding the thing. She had a rattlesnake that she caught. And so we had our first visitor from the rattlesnake division in our yard. She said she kept hollering, using the camera that we have that points out in the yard, hollering at the dog to shut up. She's like, "What the heck is he barking at?" So she zoomed in the camera, and it was a rattlesnake. And so she went out, got it with the old pincher. But
nice.
Yeah, we had our first. Yeah, there you go.
I saw that snake, and I was at a garage sale the other day, and I saw this, and I said, after seeing Bart's picture of that grabbing that snake, I gotta have me one.
You get that from the gynecologist.
Right. Yeah.
No, that was cool. You know what I got this for, to be honest with you? I'm moving some stuff around in here. I needed to fish some Ethernet cable, and it was kind of cool. I could reach behind this desk, get a hold of that Ethernet cable, and pull it all the way through the other side to get to that other place over there. So they work for that too. Best getting snakes.
Nice. Cannabis. Whose autograph did you get, Cannabis? David Crane? Pitfall action? Or did you get Retro Bliss's autograph?
Yeah, you could have just had Betty get your.
For those of you that may be curious, I didn't even tell the other guys this, just as an experiment. This is also streaming on Twitch. I just kind of experiment with that because the Xbox that I got will stream on Twitch and not YouTube, and so I had created a Twitch account, and it said I could do this on Twitch, so I just thought I'd try it. So, if you happen to be a Twitch viewer, we're there. That is all.
Yeah, I like how Greg made up a story about what it's when he drops one of his Oreos on the floor and he can't bend down to pick it up. He just uses that thing. He said this glass of milk too far away, he can still dunk his Oreo from across the room. Not have to.
Now, who's saying this? Is that Cannabis Kid say something like about that? No,
that was Mike's gaming gala.
Oh, okay. This Cannabis Kid, I was going to say, he probably thinks this is a giant roach clip. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, I don't know. So what else has been going on? So Poe, you had your big week that you were down here in Texas. The week that I was not here in Texas.
Right.
So
I'll tell you what, I mean, going down there was awesome to be down there again and see the old basic training grounds and everything around it. And then, of course, watching the ceremonies. But we are used to staying up really late. So we get down there and we know we got to be at the base at like 5 to get a good parking spot and walk over and get a good seat before all the seats are taken. But we're still going to bed at like 1 in the morning. And the bed and breakfast was really nice. It was beautiful. But I have one of those puffy memory mattresses here at the house, nice and soft that you just sink down in. This thing was not soft at all. So I felt like I was just like laying on a slab of concrete with this hard pillow and everything. So I probably laid there another 2.5 hours. And next thing you know, the alarm's going off to get over to the base. And I was like, oh, crap. And there were 3 bedrooms there. So we got smart after the first night because we have a queen size at the house. And this was a full size. And just me with the size of me, even though Stacy's a lot smaller than me, it's just like if I roll over, that might be it for her then. So the next 2 nights, she slept in the other room. That and I heard a man snore, a real loud man snore that first night, and I wasn't asleep. So
that's the thing, Poe. At your house, in your bed, you think it's just the queen size bed is big enough. But really, it's just that it's so soft, you roll over on her and she just sinks down in, and you don't know.
That's probably true. And what gets me is she's little, but if she gets in bed before me, she'll just take over the whole bed anyway. Like, stick to your side, fat ass. You know, I got a sliver there. I'm like half hanging on the floor. Right. And I always tell her, you know, we need to get a king size of California king, but you know, she's just too cheap for that. Now, then I got to buy the sheets and this and that. Now you're fine.
Nice. Uh-oh. Now that the show is just going places we were not prepared for tonight.
It's about to get real, boys.
Hey, it's the guy that didn't participate in the Pac-Man tournament.
There's going to be a real good reason for that.
We gotta put Bliss up here. We'll put Poe under Bliss.
How dare you defile the screen with the picture of that game on the same screen with me?
Got a fever for some Pac-Man.
Do I dare tell the story on your show?
Oh yes, I've heard the story, but
Oh, I know
you need
you
to
have.
share.
Mike's Gaming Gala is prepared.
Well, Mike's heard it a million times. He says, like he says, I come to bellyache. I was a kid, man. I was, I think it was 1981. I got my 2677 the year it came out, and my parents bought it. They had a Sears credit card, you know, and back then, you know, the value of it was in today's dollars around $900. That's a lot of money. And my dad was a blue collar guy. Put it on the Sears card. We got it, but after that, all the games we got, we had to buy on our own. So long and short of it is, when Pac-Man came out, we were really excited, my brother and I. But my brother was 3 years younger than I, and so most of the games that I bought, I had to buy. You know, I would mow lawns, do chores, save lunch money, whatever the case may be, to get the games. And Pac-Man came out, I think it was like between $40 and $45, something like that. I don't remember the exact. So it came out, man, what a turd. And but you know, I was still young, 1981, and I didn't have the fair fortitude or wherewithal to know to take it back. You know, back then you could take video games back. I didn't really know to really do that, so I was kind of stuck with it. And we did play with it, but it was not Pac-Man. You know, it is a playable game. I'm not going to lie. It is a playable game. And had they called it something else and had a little bit lower price tag on it, I'd have been okay with it. But I just came back from the Korgs Gaming Convention up in Columbus this past weekend, which, by the way, if you ever get a chance to come to any of the Ohio gaming conventions, I've not been to the Cleveland Gaming Classic. But Twergs and Korgs are great. But anyway, Gary and Dan Kitchen were there. If you guys know who they are were programmers for the Atari 2600 back in the day, who worked for Activision, and David Crane, who were all worked for Activision, were there. And I was talking with them, and I brought this up. And because I asked them if they knew Todd Fry, who programmed this game, and they said, yeah. I said, because I actually talked with them about being on the podcast, which, by the way, Poe, they have agreed to be on the podcast.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be nice to have them on the podcast. But I'm like, I want Todd Fry on the podcast because it's about to go down if he gets on the podcast. And I was telling them too. and I mean, Mike knows me. You guys know me. I'm like, if he gets on my podcast, I'm gonna, because I already did the calculations. In today's dollars, not including interest being accrued, he owes me $146.62.
Not even including the pain and suffering.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and they didn't argue. You know, they didn't argue, but you know, we had a good time and got kind of a kick out of it. But you know, it's not a great game. Now I will say this, Mike for Mike's Gaming Gala, he's been in the chat and chatting a lot. We have a mutual friend. His name's Ricardo Pym. He's a home brewer for the Atari 2600, and he has hacked this game and made a trilogy called Pac-Zuma. And I don't know if you've heard of this. I think Poe has, but It's the same. It's the same maze, but the color scheme has changed. It actually has a black background. Yeah, thank you. And the sounds have somewhat changed, and the sprites have changed, and the gameplay has changed, and the name of the game has changed. And just because the name of the game has changed and the sprites have changed, for me, I'm okay with playing it. Even though the maze has changed and even some of the sounds are a little bit of the same and some of the flickering is still kind of there. I'm okay with playing it because it's not. They did not call it Pac-Man. It is not Pac-Man. I am sorry. It is not. You want to go? Let's go.
That's fair.
I'm right here. Let's go.
Play it if we called it Crackman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Mike's Gaming Gal to say something. Come on.
Oh, he's always got something to say. I know. But yeah.
Yeah, he's just egging things on at this point.
You're only saying that last word because you don't say it on my show.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to say, man, Mike's Gaming Guy, he's getting bold there. Remember when he used to be on your show, Bliss? Those were the good old days.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Did I say
He'll be on Tuesday night wearing a priest collar and everything. You see. It'll be good.
Yeah.
I bet he has one of those sitting somewhere. He has costumes galore.
Right?
But yeah, dude. Now let's. Oh, okay. What's up, G?
I've been able to hear you.
Old dudes today. Me and you, buddy.
That's right. You and me. We're on the top.
Right where we
Well,
belong.
don't put me below. If you guys accidentally whiz yourselves, it's all going to come right down on me.
Which is very possible. It depends.
Oh, Bliss, I'm glad. Yeah, I heard you. I was over on the other computer setting up the
Beat 'em and eat 'em contest.
Yeah, but anyway, I heard you come on board, and I said, "Good deal, man. So glad to have you here."
Yeah, man. Thanks for inviting me. I always have a good time over here. You guys, you let me sound off.
And I've heard you.
It's good therapy.
I was watching you live when you told that story once before about that 2600, and I will tell you, it is. I always enjoy all the games that we play against each other. It's fun to do the challenge. But
why do you think I do this? I'm going to make you all hate it.
Yeah.
Who picked this game this week?
And
Off grid.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
And they didn't see the fine print where you had to play on an actual 2600 for it to count. So I would have won no matter what.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I feel sorry for you.
Play.
I feel sorry for you if you were some poor paper boy that wasted his money on that game.
Dude, that was me, man. That was so sad.
And if they ever came after me for stealing that ROM, I could get a lawyer that could say that he didn't steal a game. That was no game.
No, that's a game. If you stole, they still owe you money back. I was talking to Dan and Larry Kitchen and David Crane and all that. I was talking about video game ports. I said, and they were trying to make excuses for Todd, and I kind of get it that he was under limitations and under time frames and whatnot. I said, but just a simple, he didn't understand just a simple concept of the escape tunnels being at the top and bottom. Why? Why did it have to be at the top and bottom? Why couldn't he at least just make them on the sides? That alone would have made some improvement to the game.
That was
just
weird.
That one thing. What is that? I'm hearing. What is that?
That's your music. Yeah, those guys waited till you walked away, and they're like, "That Bliss guy's a douche. I'm not going on his show. He's
Yeah, it's
ripping on
probably
RFX
why I haven't
radio."
heard back from them since. They all
He's
said
gonna
they would be
destroy
on my
us, too.
show, and I gave them each a card, and they said, "Well, here, we'll contact you." And I've checked my email every day. They haven't gotten anything back. So,
I think last time, Bliss, you came on after I left. So that kind of gave me a little phobia. I thought, well, Bliss won't be on unless. So I looked up, and I stepped out, and I said, well, Bliss came on again while I was off.
I didn't
So I
see
said-
the message from off grid until later. Sorry, it wasn't you.
I don't have any phobias. Anyway,
Oh, Brian for BD Retromods. Yeah. Oh, dude, that was another thing too. I went there with the intentions to kind of hang out with him and kind of help him out a little bit. Man, he let me in because I tried to get with Gary to get a press pass, and that didn't work out. I won't go into all that. He's just a hard person to contact. Let's just go that way. And Brian said, no worries. I'll get you in early with a vendor pass. So Brian was gracious enough to get me in with a vendor pass. So I got there right at 7 a.m. from Cincinnati. I drive to Columbus. So I got up at the butt crack of not even dawn to get to start driving up there. And Brian's already set up. Everything's already, table's nicely done, man. He had the spread. And so I just started walking around and started meeting people and started filming for the channel and stuff. And the day started going. And I think I was over there maybe, I think I left the show maybe around 3:30. I think the whole day I might have been over there maybe an hour, if that. Poor Brian. I was there supposed to help him out. I didn't even yeah, Brian. Yeah, they had me on the vent about it. Yeah, they actually invited me to do it. Anyway, but the one time he needed to step out, you can't be there all day without at least a little break to get away. And so he had me there, and he had a list of all of his controllers with all the prices and everything. And I remember standing there with him and not really a lot of people. And then as soon as he walks away, here comes all these people. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, how much is this? How much is that? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Let me look, And I think I sold almost $200 worth of controllers while he was gone. And so he had a little competition this year, but it wasn't really good competition. I think he did a lot better than whoever the other person that was there. And it wasn't really exact straight on competition. The guy, I don't know how to describe it, but the other person selling controllers, they were kind of larger, beef. When I say beefier, they're like, I don't know why you would want something that big, in front of you. I just like his better. Brian's better. So anyway, and Brian had a much better position. His table was almost like right at the entrance, like as soon as you come in right to the left. So yeah, and it was a really good show. I don't know as far as attendance how that went. It didn't look like really, really crowded. That I don't know. But as far as who all was there, it was nice. Michael Thomason from Good Deal Games was there. We had Intellivision Revolution was there, the homebrew company. Intellivision, the other crap. I was at the table. There's another Intellivision table there. A lot of tables with different knickknacks and things like that, and then a lot of tables with games. And they didn't really have a free play area so much. They had like different consoles and things, but they didn't really have like arcade cabinets that you would see in a lot of places. They didn't have that, which was a little disappointing. They had DeLorean there that was really nice. It was really sweet. It was cherry. It looked really cool. But other than that, and they had a band there. They had a live band there. It was pretty good. But Michael Thompson, he had the worst table in the whole entire place. It was in the back corner by the band in the loudest area of the whole entire place. I'm like, dude, why did they put you right here? You can't even hear yourself think back here. So anyway, I'm doing all the talking at your show.
None of us ever know what to say, Bliss, so keep going. You're fine.
he said check your Discord. I said, man, I got to put on some underwear first. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why worry about
Well,
getting on?
Say, when he said here about we had you on so you could vent, because we got to talking about the 2600, and I invited you on because I was thinking of your channel, Phil, because I didn't want you to have to type your whole rant out, and then your hands would be all cramped, and you wouldn't be able to do your live streams all week because you ranted again about the 2600, and then you'd be mad at Poe because he picked the game. And so we had him on just so he could get it out without having to type it.
Well, I have stock in Ben Gay these days. I'm a musician too, so I have to use a lot of Ben Gay whenever I'm playing video games and play music. So it's like
what do you play, Bliss? What do you play?
I'm a bass guitar player.
Man, I'll tell you what, Bart's a keyboardist.
All right. I knew he was a musician. We've actually talked about that a little bit, I believe.
Mike's a drummer, aren't you, Mike? Weren't you a drummer?
We get a band together, bro.
Me?
Yeah.
No. My son plays piano, so he's a musician in the house. Yeah.
Poe plays the chopsticks.
I thought it was a skin flute.
We don't want to talk about what Poe plays with. Probably, we're just lucky he turned off his camera this time.
I don't think Off Grid heard what I said.
I caught it. Yes, skin flute. Anyway. We
Poe was saying his boy was playing the drums with the Air Force band stuff.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I saw.
Cool. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I can get my ukulele out.
Tiny Tim.
Does it come with the jokes? I don't know.
Remember Tiny Tim? You guys are old enough to remember. Tiptoe Through the Tulips. You guys remember that one?
Yeah. Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
I used to know how to play that on the ukulele, but I think you're friends with me on Facebook, Bliss. Go look at my reels. If you go back about a dozen or so reels, I used to do dad jokes with the ukulele. They were horrible, but
I'll have to
I had a lot of followers.
I have to look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He had a good response when you were doing those things. It was pretty good.
Well, Facebook actually, I can't make it here on the program where you get paid, but I did on Facebook. And of course, after I made some money on it, which wasn't much, like $15 or $20, they abandoned that program. They still got a program, but last time I looked, I think I'd earned 15 cents, and you got to make $25 before they'll pay you. So I quit doing it.
Yeah. Cannabis Kid was there at Korg's. He got the European release of the WWF Super WrestleMania signed by pro wrestling legend Tugboat, who was there.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew a hooker that was named that when I was in the Air Force.
Well, hey, the reason I went off, I'll go ahead and do this. We got a little bit of a lull here. The reason I stepped out was because I went ahead and set up the pinball. I wanted to do another pinball. Didn't do one last week. And I apologize. I didn't get one done before the show, but who cares? I left for a few minutes. Anyway, if you tell by the shirt I'm wearing, Chucky, we're playing Chucky's Pinball on Pinball, what is it, M, on both platforms, the Steam /Xbox/ whatever, Epic.
You guys always play the tables I don't have.
Oh, man. We're playing it there, and we're also playing it on the Switch. only thing I got to tell you is both times they gave me IDs, the ID numbers, which I'm going to give you here in a minute. But they had, I don't know if that's an I or the number one. Why the hell? Leave those. Have you ever noticed on the codes for Nintendo, if you get a gift card, they leave out, I thought that was pretty smart of them. They leave out O's and zeros and ones and I's. I said, man, I looked at one time, I said, is that an I or a one? And then I noticed that they only had the choice for number one. They leave the I out. So nobody can screw it up. They're smart. Nintendo's smart on that. But anyway, I'm going to give them to you. Here they come right now. They're going to be on the screen. The only thing is you're going to have to determine whether or not that's 6V 1K or 6V IK. And the other one is AB IX or AB 1X. Of course, the password is always the same. It's G.Parker, which I screwed that up in the chat. But anyway, everybody knows it's G.Parker. Chucky's Pinball, 6V 1 or IK, and AB 1 or IX. Password G.Parker on the Switch. So,
and for people that don't know, if you play these tournaments a lot, Greg always puts a reminder of what the password is somewhere near the bottom of the leaderboard. It'll say G.Parker. So you're reminded what that password is for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I miss it? Oh, here we go.
I will put this in. This shows you why you should be a member of the Discord. I will put this information on the Discord.
It's not a port of another game. They're not claiming to be something that I think it is.
I don't know. That's not my Chucky in that game. I want my money back.
you don't have the pinball M tables then?
I may have to look into it now.
Yeah, those
I know I don't.
based.
I have to look to see if I can get it. I have an Xbox Series X. These are for the Pinball FX series. Is it on there?
They released the Pinball M because they have more blood and guts, so it's mature audiences. And some of them, like the Duke Nukem, has a lot of language in it. But they're more adult themed, so they couldn't put them on the FX platform directly, so they're on Pinball M.
So, but that is on the Series X. I mean, on the
yeah.
Okay. It's a free. I've got it on my Xbox X, and it's a free download. As a matter of fact, they even give you a free table with it. Unfortunately, it's not Chucky's. But I don't think Chucky's that much. But let's put it this way.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'll guarantee you, Bliss, if you go out and you throw a few newspapers tomorrow and can buy Chucky, you will not be disappointed.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and then the only thing is, if you were playing on Xbox, and like Poe and Mike, they'll play on their PlayStation. You both would join Greg's Steam tournament, but you wouldn't see each other's scores on the leaderboard.
So we'd have to wait until they're posted on your
and
Discord.
then Greg or I would post a picture of the leaderboard from Steam, and we can see everybody's. But you can't see the Switch people, so you have to do a completely different one for Switch.
Yeah.
It has to be completely set up, completely different. Like I showed you earlier, it's a completely different ID number. And why the hell I'm telling you what, I had that eye surgery. I don't need glasses, but I had to have glasses to stare at this little bitty number on here. I mean, if you can see that.
Oh, you really want to? No.
You got a Switch, Bliss?
No. I would love to get one, man. I'm retired, man. I'm on a budget. My wife's tired than bark on a dogwood tree.
Yeah, he's got guys from BD Retro Mods at his door waiting for payment on all those controllers.
Yeah, there he called it. Likely not allowed to buy anything else for this month after yesterday's buying spree.
Well,
Brian's
okay, Bliss already told us.
I still got stuff out in the car I haven't brought in.
Bliss told us he doesn't have Pinball M. And Chucky. Mike, do you have Chucky? And Poe, do either of you guys got Chucky? I thought you both did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it for the Steam and also the PlayStation. So I double dipped on that.
Cool.
Yeah, I got
I
it
gotta
on
get-
PS5, and I don't know if I got Chucky on the Switch. I only got a few of those on Pinball and on the Switch.
Well, there's only a few tables on Pinball M.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I did get Chucky because I think you were telling us there was a sale the one time in the Discord, so
Yeah.
I went and bought Chucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could get the whole pack where you got all of them. And then, of course, since he's talking about it, on the 6th, which is what, Thursday, is the big Texas Chainsaw comes out for Pinball M. That looks like it's going to be pretty good. I was never a huge fan of that movie. I always thought it was kind of overrated, but
Yeah.
I like the looks of the pinball table.
I wish
I
they
did
do
like
a rock.
I did like the second film though. Did you ever see the
Yeah.
second film?
I don't know.
It had trying to think of the actor's name on it. Dennis Hopper. He was in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He went to the hardware store and bought 2 chainsaws. So yeah, it's actually pretty cheesy. That one was pretty funny. So,
Yeah.
Not as serious as the first film. Very, very campy.
Right.
They need to get an Army of Darkness table for Pinball M. That would be awesome.
That is one of
Yeah.
the most requested, any of the Evil Dead movies. And of course, I would love to see Nightmare on Elm Street table. That would be awesome.
I wish they do a Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is the all-time greatest B horror film ever made.
Well, if they do, you better be dressed up like that sweet transvestite whenever you make your video.
Oh, Poe.
He's got the stuff for it, probably.
Well, then we would just know that Greg was playing on a Tuesday because that's his normal Tuesday routine.
That's right, fellas. Don't make fun till you've tried it. I saw Poe came on here early one time and he didn't realize his camera was muted, and I saw him trying to do the tuck. So I know he's tried it.
Doing the Silence of the Lambs dance. Greg, Derek said there was a Rocky Horror VPX table.
Oh, let's check that out.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something else I want to mention, though, if you don't mind me just jumping in. I watched today at the gym. Retro Bliss, I couldn't find him on when I was at the gym today. So I found a fantastic video that y'all got to check out. Usually I'm at the gym, I'm looking at Bliss's channel. But today I was going, I said, I realized I missed a video. And I'm telling you what, this guy right there. Fallout. You did a video on Fallout. It's one of the best ones you've done, Mike. One of the best ones. I'm telling you what, it really had me interested so much that I went ahead and made sure that I could get on Amazon all the series. I guess there's a movie too, but I'm started on season 1. I had a little lull before I had to go out with Cheryl this afternoon. I watched season 1, episode 1, just because I was so interested. And that is so cool. And you did a great job.
Oh, okie dokie. Thanks.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Now I have to go check it out. I had unsubscribed to Mike because he said something good about Poe last week when I wasn't on the show. So I unsubbed him.
Mike did a great job. Anybody that hasn't seen it needs to go over because he adds a little humor. He's got some good, interesting facts about it and some great video to go along with it. If I was those 2 review guys, I'd give him 5 stars or whatever.
Yeah.
Good job.
And for anyone new to the show here, what Greg is basically saying is of the 4 of us that are regulars, and I'm not going to include you in this, Bliss, because I don't want to insult you, but Mike
Here,
is
you want me to just bow out?
Mike is the quality, and the rest of us are the quantity. So if you want to watch a good video, watch what Mike does. If you just want to watch some Chuck,
No. I don't have quality. And I also don't put out videos very often. I put them out about as often as Mike, and they're really shitty.
I was trying to give you some credit, Bo.
No, wait a second.
Don't believe that. Don't believe
I wouldn't
that.
say they're shitty. I will say this, though. As a person who has suffered from insomnia, I can tell you right now, Poe's videos will put you to sleep.
Right? And I don't know what you're talking with the quantity thing, Poe. You can put a video series together that have 4 different consoles in less than 2 years. That's not bad. That's not bad. And then you'll
Come to
remember.
think of it, I'm still working on that kangaroo video I started like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Forgot all about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, I got a job for you. Derek, go on your Switch and go on one of your other devices and see if it's ABIX or AB1X or 6V1K or 6VIK.
Yeah, I know it's
one
1X for the one.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It's
So AB1X.
AB1K and AB1X.
AB1X and 6V1K?
6V1K.
Okay. Well, cool. I guess we got that answer. It's 1 in both of those. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Bliss.
Yeah.
Oh, should we talk about what the next challenge is going to be?
No.
Sure.
Can we make it a game I like?
Mike always picks
Maybe.
the hardest game ever. And
That wasn't funny, Poe.
Doesn't sound like rubber bands snapping in my ear.
Well, let's see.
Uncle.
Yeah, I'm thinking, how about Berserk for the Atari 2600? Never mind. I'm kidding with that.
You don't like that one?
I don't. I hadn't played it before, so.
Oh, okay. I'm not bitter about that one. That's actually not a bad port.
Well, it's going to be an arcade game, so it's from 1990. It's going to be Aliens, not Aliens versus Predator. It's Aliens from the Aliens movie, so Part 2 from the Aliens film.
Okay.
1 quarter, and that's it. So and you can get your score. So I did try it out. You can take a picture of it before it goes away. So
okay. Aliens.
You have
Alien.
to take a picture, quick picture. It'll disappear.
No, it's actually just as long as you don't enter all your initials, it'll just stay there, and you can take a picture of your highest score.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The big question is when you're finished, you get to hear Bill Paxton. No way, game over.
I wish. Yeah, what's kind of unfortunate.
Charge.
Some of these games are hard to capture your score with. Fortunately, when I've been playing the retro games, I'm kind of promoting that. I talk bad about it, but that Asus Rally is a good one to do it because you can set it up a hotkey for a screen capture. So the minute you're done because it's an actual PC, it's a Windows 11 PC. So the minute the game's done or that score's shown, if you're quick enough to hit those hotkeys, there's a key on the back, and then A is what I got it set up for, and it'll snap a picture. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's kind of bad.
Poe just takes a random picture of the screen and then he photoshops in the score anyway. It doesn't matter. The bad part, even when he cheats, he still comes in 7th out of 6 people. I don't know how that works.
RetroArch too. Those of you that are using RetroArch, which again I'm using on Steam, it actually has within RetroArch. There's actually a place to set up a hotkey for a screen capture on there too. The only thing I had to do is I had to watch 35 YouTube videos to figure it said screenshot captured. Then I couldn't figure out where the hell it was putting them.
Yeah.
I was like, where is it?
Figuring out where that file is.
Yeah. And I finally found it. And it wasn't where this guy on YouTube said it was.
Derek brings up a valid point. Poe, he played that Retro Bliss's favorite game of all time and doubled everyone else's score on it, and he still flipped off the screen as if it did him wrong. It's like,
that's my ninja challenge. Like Bliss does, he has people hold up a card, with the So that's like my card. It's a middle finger.
Yeah, so we know it's live because he's flipping it off.
Actually, that's mostly for Derek too. So
Right.
There is a group of guys that does a pinball. The guy that does pinball.
Music.
They give you the word of the day. They give you the word of the day, so you got to take a post-it note, put it up on the screen, take a picture of your score with that post-it note, so they know you didn't get a score on that game that was high a month ago. And I knew I'd get it out sooner or later.
Okay, so you take a picture of your score this week, write tallywhacker on a note card, and hold it there. That's the word of the week. Not your actual tallywhacker, Derek. You don't have to get out the microscope for this one. I'll just write it.
Mike, what's a fart knocker? Mike, what's a fart knocker?
A fart knocker?
Tallywhacker's really weird.
It's what Beavis and Butthead say.
We did have an interesting experiment with the tallywhacker using the Googles and the Alexas and all that to see what kind of answers we could get. And Mike's was the only one that just didn't want anything to do with it. Right? Mike, was yours the one that's like, I'm not even going there?
Yeah, mine was pretty appropriate. It's like, we'd only go there.
Well, and I have Alexa too, so I had to make mine inappropriate. I had to go into settings and say, when I ask this, you say this. So
see, Poe, I wasn't gonna rat Poe out, but he sent me the first time he did it, and he said, asked Alexa, "What's a tallywhacker?" And it just looked in the mirror, and he edited that one out. He didn't want yeah. Let's see. Am I missing anything here? I get behind on the chat when I have to play Greg's music.
Yeah. Thank God you're here to handle the chat. I totally blew the chat last week. You weren't here, and I just.
I was watching that show while I was driving, and I was I can't read the chats very good on the side, and I was so upset about how bad you were doing those chats. I unsubbed all four of us. I even unsubbed myself because the show was so bad. Just because I'm associated with it.
I want to ask you, Poe, did Daryl Gunther ever get in touch with you about anything?
Yeah, he sent me an email that morning when we were on base, and I saw it come up that I had an email from him, and then a little bit later, I saw Brian sent me a thing saying I should be getting an email, and I'm like, yeah, I just didn't go through my emails while I was gone, so I sent him one back yesterday, and I know he was at the show with you guys, so I don't think he wrote me back yet.
Okay, yeah, so I think you might be expecting something.
Well, hey, Bliss, you're an Xbox user. I just got one about just before a week and a half ago. So none of these other guys got Xbox. They all got this play with me thing. Play salami or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we'll have to hook up on that because I need help, man. I'm telling you what. And Mike, I need your help with Call of Duty. I'm telling you what, I turned that thing on and died. But I turned it on.
You know what? Let me tell you guys something. As far as like when I was coming up, you know, I had the consoles, the Atari, and then I had my 800 XL, and then I got away from console gaming altogether. I mean, yeah, and then I went to PC gaming right away. Well, PC gaming, you know, you use your mouse and your keyboard, right? Well, that's how I controlled, and I played like Quake, Unreal Tournament, and then I played real-time strategy games and things like that, and that's how I played my games for the longest. And then, you know, of course, when I started having kids, I got a Super Nintendo and we got a PlayStation and that kind of thing. But I played with them, you know, to play with the kids, but I wasn't really into it that much at that time. I am now, but I wasn't into it that much at that time. But I stayed into PC gaming I still am now. But like then I started getting the console gaming, like the 360 and the PS3 and all this other stuff, and I started getting the like he started talking about the Calls of Duties and stuff, and I'm like, how do I play with this controller? And I'm like, how can I move? Because I'm used to playing with the keyboard and the mouse. To this day, I'm not good at moving around and shooting and aiming and ducking and jiving and all. I can't do it. I'm not good. I'm still my dexterity is horrible. Hey, G, don't feel bad, bro. I was good at it. If I have a PC and a keyboard and a mouse, I can hang. But man, on the Xbox, I'm still working on that. As far as on a console, I'm not great. So
that's one thing. One reason I got that was because I do like the Xbox. The subscription plan, the Game Pass. Because I'll tell you what, there's a ton of games on there. And a matter of fact, what was it I saw the other day? There was something on that I did a video on it. MLB 2024. I bought MLB 2022 on the Switch in 2022, not knowing that it was outdated the next year. I mean, you can still play it, but it was like, holy crap. So I found out that it was free with the Game Pass, and I was able to download it. Man, I'll tell you what, the graphics on that Xbox are outstanding. And, they got the real players. I picked the Royals, obviously, because of where I live here in Kansas City, but the actual players, and they actually kind of look like them. I mean, I don't know. I just enjoyed that to death. That's
yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Call of Duty, that just sucks, at least for me, until I learn how to do it. I mean, I turn it on, I die instantly.
Noob.
my son, I went down to Florida last year, Jacksonville, and him and his buddies play Call of Duty online, like on their phones, and they pair their Xbox controllers on their phones, right? And they'll play wherever they're at. It doesn't matter. And they're like, hey, and I had my Xbox controller with me with my phone. Hey, Dad, you want to play? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And they're kicking every time I respawn. I'm like, as soon as I turn around, doink, I get killed. I can't hardly turn around. Like, where you at? I don't even know which one's my friendly fire and which one's my enemy. I couldn't tell which one was which. It was horrible.
My son was over here yesterday, and Travis, y'all met him. And anyway, he was playing against me, and I said, he says, quit shooting at me. And I said, how do I know? How the hell do I know that you're on my team? And then there was he actually bought, and that's the other thing that's weird with the Xbox. I just don't understand it. The CD that you buy, or whatever the game, physical game, he bought me that Call of Duty. Well, what? There must not be. It must just be a key because it was 150 gigabyte download. What's on the disc? Nothing. I mean, it's only 1 terabyte at 150 gigabyte. What's that? You're not going to get 10 games on there, are you? That'd be 1.5 terabytes. I don't know.
Well,
big game.
I do want to say one thing. Getting back to you were playing that baseball game. And yeah, you are correct, and it looks amazing. It's crazy what the graphics have come on these sports games and stuff. But I will still stand by my original thought, and I've never seen baseball. Kind of what you were saying, Phil, with when you're playing first-person shooters on the computer, you got the mouse and the keyboard, you can control it much better. I've never played a baseball game to date that was as good as the Intellivision baseball, where you had all the players right on the keypad. And when a ball is hit to the outfield, you don't run the wrong way because the computer selected the third baseman instead of the shortstop. You chose the player you wanted to go because you could see the whole field.
Even though it was only 2D, you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, the graphics nowadays are way better, but the gameplay itself, that Intellivision baseball, I still think was my favorite experience with baseball because you could see the whole field. You choose the players. You choose everything you're doing. None of this shit, I'm running to the left, and they gave me the dang left fielder. And so now he's running into the ball, and I'm watching the center fielder thinking that's who they should have gave me.
Right.
But,
well, I've said that on the channel a lot of times because we've talked about, people talk about video game ports. Why are people porting newer games on older systems? And I'm like, or maybe I'm saying this wrong. Why would I want to play some of these games on the older systems, or why are some of these games? It's not about the graphics; it's about the gameplay. You know, the graphics are a bonus. It's nice, but it's about the gameplay. It's and the gameplay value of it. You know, that's first and foremost, and how enjoyable is that portion of it, and the graphics around it is nice. You know, now as far as like on Xbox Series X, love pinball, do that great. Sports games, you know, the Madden and MLB or the ShOw series, all that. I love all those games. You know, but like I have to go downstairs, you know, and like, you know, like the Crash Bandicoot games for the Xbox and all these other games there, and the platform games, those are great. But man, those Call of Duty deals, it's like, man, you know, when it's a very fast paced, you know, when you have to up, down, left, right, when you have to aim, you have to zoom in to you know, I just can't. I don't know if it's because of my age and my reflex.
But we need guys like you
now.
playing this with us. It makes it a lot more fun for those of us that know how to play it. There's Bliss. Boom.
It's almost got to be that, you know, kind of like us with this challenge, you know, like with you being on the bottom, you know, we kind of like to have, you know, we need someone like you. You know, that's why they like to have me in those kind of games, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a definite pro.
We were playing, I forget what it was. It's in VR, and I was playing with my son. Of course, he's 30, and we're playing. It's a capture the flag thing. So you spawn, and then you got to cross this bridge and try to get to. And Jason's telling me, he's like, "Come on, Dad, I'm across the bridge. I'm to the left side." I'm like, "Cross the bridge? I'm still at the spawn point for the 47th time." He's sniping me as soon as I step on the bridge.
I was like,
and he's just zigzagging, and he gets across, and I'm like, I take 2 steps, dead.
yeah, I like the old Quake 3 on PC. You know, like you would go around, you'd hide somewhere, and someone come around the corner, and then you just kill them. You go 3 frags left. You know, that kind of thing. You know, and you just see the bloods and the guts, and you know, and then you're jumping off, and you're picking up things along the way, and that kind of thing. You know, that kind of thing I'm down with. But I could control it with the mouse and the keyboard. You know, I can change the weapons with the numbers and that kind of thing. You know, but man, we're just trying to do it with the Xbox controller. Even though I love the Xbox controller, I just can't. I'm you know, trying to use
what
both
you should do for the ones that have a campaign or something like that. Try it out, you know, that way before you go online to get your butt kicked.
I have. I just can't. I don't. You know. I
Did you go through the
more patient? Mike, would someone kick Mike off the chat?
Did you try the tutorial on it, Bliss?
I guess I need to try it again.
Yeah, because that'll train you on how to play the game.
I've tried training a number of times, but I guess I need to keep at it.
I do tutorials like I do owner's manuals. I throw them off the side and say, "Fuck, I don't know." I don't use these, but yeah, you talked about
true. Those games, when you buy them, there's already people that are masters of them or people that don't do anything but play that game. So then, even if you do know how to control it and you go in there, you got these kids that play it 24 hours a day, you know.
Yeah.
Me, I play it 24 hours.
You talked about the capture the flag thing, Bart. What'd you call it? Capture the flag or whatever?
Yeah.
That was funny. Travis and I were playing it, and I finally got in there a ways. I actually made it a ways, and I said, I found the flag. I'll defend it. It wasn't the one I was supposed to defend. It was the one I was supposed to get. I don't know. He says, you moron. All you had to do was get it. He says, you're shooting your own people trying to get it.
Yeah.
My friend and I used to play those games coming off a midnight shift at the mill. If we were on the same crew, actually, a bunch of us used to, you know, get done at 8 a.m, go home and play, and then go to bed at like noon or whatever. And but me and my one buddy would just goof around all the time. So we're playing Call of Duty, and we're stabbing at each other, even though we can't kill each other. We're on the same team, but we're crawling around in the bushes or whatever and stabbing at each other. And I remember some dude from the other team came and was just like dumbfounded. He's like, "What am I watching here? These couple of idiots." And he's just standing there watching us. We're slashing at each other, laughing our asses off. And then he just kind of boom, boom, and took us both out.
Yeah, see, for me, the bad part is when I'm playing those games in the VR and I'm calling around trying to shoot stuff, and Jason's doing the same thing. Our wives start posting pictures of us with our headsets on, crawling on the floor, trying to shoot.
My daughter did that to me when I was playing Madison. She recorded me, and you can hear her snickering and laughing at me.
Then I try to get up, and my avatar is looking like an old man. Can't get up without holding on to something. All right. Well, looky here. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome everybody to the Tuesday night Retro Bliss Gaming Show.
Oh, it's on now.
Hey, congratulations. I'm not in the chat anymore.
It's on now.
You got your wish.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That's right.
That's
What's up, Michael?
You could bellyache about for 43 years. You know, you've been bellyaching about Pac-Man as long as I've been alive. I was born in 1981.
Yeah, we
Right.
know.
Show some respect. Show some
Can you imagine having a chip on your shoulder for 43 years over a video game?
Show some respect, bro.
I'm with you, Bliss. I'm with you. I'll tell you what, we got a full screen tonight. We look like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Look,
Where's
bottom,
Alan?
bottom center. Bottom center. Marsha.
You know, Michael,
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, man. Michael is gonna try to be at Korg's next year. Poe, I know it's hard, but you're only 4 hours away, bro.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Try to come next
Where the 4
year.
hours away comes into that, but
I don't either, but the hard part was there.
You flew right over my house on the way to see your boy and on the way home. You could have parachuted out and landed right here, Paul.
I flushed a
I
big
will.
log. I was hoping that blue log would come right down in your yard.
I will tell you, if they make it June 1st again, that's my wife's birthday. That's why I wasn't there this year. So
If it's a Saturday, I mean, obviously you won't be able to make it.
well, if it's June 1st and a Saturday, I won't be.
But
able
it
to
won't
make
be. It obviously won't be because June 1st won't be on a Saturday this 2 years in a row, right?
Well, if they do it that same weekend where it's on the Friday, I might not be able to go.
I don't think it'll be on a Friday.
Be the next
Korg's is
day
different.
over.
Korg's is different.
Oh, like if the 1st is Friday.
No,
See,
it should
if
be
my wife's
Sunday.
birthday is Friday. I should be there for Saturday.
My
Like, they should
point
just
is
not
the
do it
show
on
is
that
on a
weekend.
Saturday.
I understand.
You can swear, Mike. You're good here.
Phil, I understand that. But if the show is on Saturday and my wife's birthday is a Friday before, I'm not going on that Saturday.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
well then, let's see. Well, we can find that out real quick.
Music.
Talk amongst
We've got a
yourself.
year to we've got a year to worry about it, Phil. We don't have to check now.
No, there's 5 other guys that can talk. I'm gonna find out. That way we can put it to rest.
Bart, you need to get some good violin music, maybe like the Schindler's List theme or something, every time he talks about Pac-Man.
Right. I was looking for one earlier, and I just have the generic ones that are on. I mean,
I'm just picturing him in the black and white with the overcoat all put up and the cap like Poe's got there, the newsboy cap. It's called it's like
June 1st is on a Sunday.
Noted.
Greg's had enough. He's like,
Yeah,
we're
Greg
playing
was
music
tired of
for
our
other
crap.
people.
I don't see Bliss as that character. He looks more like the fiddler on the roof. If I were a bliss man.
If I'm playing Pac-Man.
Wait a minute, I'm an administrator now, aren't I?
Am I going to get booted from here?
I'm not an administrator I'm not an administrator on StreamYard though. I can't kick you out. That's only
good.
off-grid can
Good.
do that.
I'm immune here. Well, not immune. Bart still has power.
Yeah, he can do it. He can kick me off if he wants
Did
to.
you want me to kick him off there? Oops. I accidentally hit the wrong
I've never been kicked off.
button. Greg's back.
I'm back.
Greg usually only kicks himself off. Just to listen to what Poe says about him while he's gone.
That's like when I tell you guys I'm leaving. I don't leave.
Right.
He stays in agreement. What are they saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. But then we know when he finally leaves the green room, it'll take him 6 minutes to get to us on Facebook because he can't find his phone.
So you got a window. One day he'll figure out that he can watch the stream back, and he'll catch that 6-minute window.
There you go. Yeah, but I can't get through. This show lasts so long, I can't get through the whole thing anyway.
Yeah. We usually save all the really good stuff about him for the third hour because there's no way he's making it through that without needing a nap.
That's no joke.
Uh-oh, I got new comments, it says. What's going on here?
No, he has a grabber now. It may be quicker. That's what Derek says.
Oh,
No, I need to stick around to the end tonight because I just got a new outro in there. So I just put a new. You can. If I'm not here, you can play it. The only thing is it's vertical, so it won't take up the whole screen. So you'll have to either. I don't know how.
Is it a video of Poe's blue log falling into your yard?
They didn't serve peanuts at least on the flight. So
I'm picturing that scene of Breaking Bad when he's fishing all the parts of the airplane out of his pool.
Oh, yeah.
And that show 6 Feet Under, I think there was an episode where somebody got killed by the blue chunk from a plane. You know, at the beginning of every episode, they show somebody getting killed. And I think it was somebody, the wife or the husband's in the kitchen eating, and you see the other one wandering out in the backyard, and all of a sudden something comes down and just smashes them.
How much corn do you eat, though, Poe?
Corn? I beat him and eat him. Mayonnaise.
I thought he said horn. I'm like, who's eating horn?
Oh,
Corn.
I don't remember eating any corn.
I call that corn in the cob after it comes out the second day.
I did that at the post office one time when I was working at the post office. I was in field maintenance, and my job at one time, I was a letterbox mechanic, and my job was to change out or repair the mailboxes out on the corners. And so we would have to go to the different post offices out in the city of Cincinnati. And so we didn't know all the carriers at the different post offices or whatever. And man, I had to drop a load, and my partner had to drop a load. So I'm in one stall and he's in the other stall, right? And you don't really say a whole lot when you're doing your thing. So
there's no talking in those. Yeah,
you really don't do that. So I'm in there, and I hear someone walking in, and I didn't know who it was, and I just said, "Corn." I don't remember eating any corn. And my buddy, he starts laughing. He almost fell off of the
He's at the middle.
And the guy, what was odd, the person that came in, he didn't say or do anything. I was like, if I would have walked in, and I heard someone say something like that, I went away crazy.
I used to tell this one buddy of mine, fireman. This is a fireman thing. You all go somewhere together, and you end up in a public restroom, couple of you. And I always told those guys, don't talk to me when I'm peeing. You know, if you want to come up the urinal next to me, fine, but no talk. You know, I'm standing there one day, and here comes one of the other guys. He's standing at the urinal. There's a whole bunch of people in there, and he looks over at me and he says, "Hey, check this out and see if this looks all right to you." He says, "Man, this don't look right." Well, everybody in the bathroom just left.
I started laughing at that. See, he said something that is worthy of laughing. That's what people just don't have a sense of humor, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the mill they just don't care. If you go in there and somebody's in a stall and you hear them fart, and everybody's like, "Did you hear what that asshole just said?" You know, it's that kind of thing. Or they're throwing wet paper towels over the top. They don't care who's in there. You're sitting there and getting splattered and everything else.
Yep. You're a blue collar guy. You're like me.
You got to be careful because of what you're able to throw back.
Exactly.
I did have a hungry man one time, and I made it at lunchtime.
Oh,
What
brownie.
was his name?
The corn went into the brownie. So I took that and rolled it up, and I put it on the toilet seat and around the toilet, and it stayed in there for like 3 days. It was still on the seat, so I think people opened that door and just like, oh, you know, what a pig.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay, let's see. We've talked about bathrooms. We've talked about porn.
Just in time for Mike to come in, right?
You know what? And all this, Bliss.
I
Think
always
about
class
this.
up the joint.
Bliss. I want you. This was for you. Think about this. We talked about the toilets. We talked about the corn. We talked about all this, and we talked about the Atari 2600 Pac-Man. That all falls into the same shit pile. So we're okay.
That's the topic for tonight.
Yeah.
Topic for
You
tonight.
get Todd Fryer in our show. It's going to be everybody against you, Phil. You know that.
It's still going. You're still going to hear it.
I know. I've been hearing it ever since I met you.
Well, the thing of it is, he's gonna say bye. He's gonna click that thing and leave. No, honestly, if he were to come on the show, I would be professional. I would be professional. You know what I mean?
Have to shut you up for the first half of the show at least, so that he sticks around.
Well, I would probably do that. I would say, Mike, I want you to lead the show and say, hey, man, interview the dude, tell him, what was in your head when you did this and what went into the programming. What was your working relationship with Atari?
And then all of a sudden from the backstage, boom, Bliss, I'm here to
exactly. By the way, here's your biggest fan.
And
by the way, you have $146.62.
What other games did he program? I know he's programmed a few.
Save Mary. He did say. I know he did Save Mary. I can do a real quick look.
Shave Mary.
This isn't our podcast. This is the show. We're not actually looking for researched content. You don't have to look it up.
Right. we just roll with toast.
The only one that does that is Mike.
Or was it Shave Harry? That was a Mystique game, right? But never.
Oh, guys, I got to share with you. So we got our podcast Discord, and I was like, Phil, today's mini review is just for you. I did a mini review on Beat 'em and Eat 'em. And he was so upset with me. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to do all of the Atari library. Atari collection is not complete without Beat 'em and Eat 'em and the other Mystique games. And he's like, no.
I just said I'm not watching that one. I'm just not. Because that's a legit game. I said it's garbage. I'm not doing it.
A lot of work went into that.
The Phil of 1983.
If you enjoy watching that, then you're a sicko. And if you enjoy playing it, you're even more of a sicko.
It's a great game.
It's just Naked Kaboom. It's Naked Kaboom.
It's Naked Kaboom, but not as good. Like it controls badly. But I got to use the phrase in it, mayonnaise.
Is it a paddle
I'm
game?
proud of myself.
Is it a paddle game? Only if she's into it.
Yeah, it is a paddle game. Both the girls are, but but it's funny because when they look at the screen, they smile. It's like they've got 5 o'clock shadow. It's really weird. Got a couple Dylan Mulvaney's on there.
Oh,
Crack you a Bud Light and get to playing.
Apparently,
Playing
Todd
the spray 'em.
Fry. Maybe I'm wrong here, but according to the gaming history, like in arcadehistory.com, he did Aqua Adventure. He did California Games, Save Mary, Shooting Arcade, Summer Games, Sword Quest, Air World, Fire World, and Water World, Winter Games, and Xevious.
Why anybody is complaining about Pac-Man from the same guy that programmed the Sword Quest games, I don't know.
I was just gonna say, oh man. I remember my brother bought one of those. I can't remember which one it was, and brought it home, and we're like, what the hell do we do here? We had no idea with that game, you know.
Yeah, they are garbage games. Mike, say something smart.
yeah. Poe, be quiet for a minute. Let Mike say something. You want to hear something smart?
He also did a horrible version of Asteroids, the 5200 version. It is horrible.
What is that on your shirt? What is that on your shirt, Bliss? It looks like from the angle. Oh, I see now. From the angle. Now move forward. Move forward. It looks like that.
Oh,
Looks like someone's giving me the middle finger.
that's what Todd Fry was doing to me.
That's how they came up with the design.
Mike's face is turning red.
Is that a CX40? Or are you just happy to see it?
Oh,
And I'm having trouble keeping track of how many people I got at the bottom. Wow. This, well, do you use StreamYard, Retro Bliss?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you know how this works, and we got this little thing at the bottom, and you never know who's going to show up at the bottom, and you just look down there and you go like, God, look at the head on this. I mean, what the hell is that?
Oh, Derek. What's up, Derek?
Hey.
Oh, hey, Derek.
Man,
Here.
I need some help. Man. Mike come in here and he's ganging up on me.
Look, Poe left.
You do, Phil.
How could one person gang up on you, Phil?
Oh, off grid left too. Poe left, off grid left.
Well, he's back.
It's like, crap, Derek's here. Everybody out.
everybody's out.
For those of you who don't know, I believe Derek, you're in charge of the Discord for Off Grid, and also you do my Discord as well.
Yep.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done. I appreciate that, man. It's so well done.
I've been watching the show long enough that is your compliment for the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one.
Believe it or not, that's the only one that's ever been. That's the only one done. We've been on an hour and 23 minutes. It's the only one ever by all 7 of us.
And you wonder why that is, Phil.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Derek does do a good job.
By the way.
Derek does do a very good job, as I've said before, running our Discord, keeping track of it, keeping everything in line, setting up all the little categories, which I would hate to even think of. And Bliss, I think he does it for your channel too, right?
yes, sir.
Is that what I
He does
heard?
a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Kudos, my friend. Kudos.
But keep him and Poe away from each other, man. I'll tell you what, those two. There you go.
I love Derek. Look at the sign he got for me.
I love that. I need that for the Bliss Cave.
Oh my gosh, it's like backwards.
Yeah.
Now I just need an Intellivision one, or I won't like you anymore.
Do they have one for the running man?
I'm sure you can get one done.
Yeah.
3 hugs for Greg. That's
Atari will
Chucky.
have one for sale any moment now.
Right. Right.
Definitely. You won't get it for 13 years, but you can pre-order now.
Have
Listen,
you
let's
made
put in-
Atari today?
Let's put in a little plug while we're about this far into it, because we don't forget the
That's what she
pinball
said.
tournament. Yeah, put it in. Okay, pinball tournament is on the Switch and on Steam. It's Chucky on Pinball M. Go to the Discord. I'll put the information up as far as the code and everything to get in. And then, Mike, remind everybody real quick, just while we're at this point, what the arcade game is this week, because I already forgot.
It's going to be a 1990s Aliens. So that 1/4 challenge. That's it.
Didn't you say Aliens 2? Was it Aliens 2 or just Aliens?
Aliens,
Aliens.
which is part 2 of the
Aliens,
movie.
okay.
Aliens, which is the second Alien. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I misunderstood. All right.
So we're playing E.T. on the 2600.
Oh, another
I'm
good
not
game.
bitter about that because that's an original game. It may be bad, but I don't even think it's that bad, but it's not that bad.
Oh
Right.
my God, you were losing all credibility here.
It's not a port. It's not a port, Mike.
Wait, it's not a porn? Is that what you said?
What
You
you
don't like to
said.
play the porn game?
We're still talking about corn.
It's not a
or
porn. He needs a porn.
Porn?
Elliot's Revenge. Is that a game?
Retro phone home.
I'll be right back. Bart, you're
Now,
Phil's so old. He's so old that his Intellivision controller has a dial.
hey, now, Phil, on your show, you use your StreamYard, right, to do all that stuff?
No, sir. I use what's called OBS. It's a open source.
I think
Right.
he means for our podcast, Phil.
Oh, for the
For the
podcast.
podcast.
For the podcast, we use StreamYard.
Yeah.
For my
And
live
that's
stream, I
that's
use
your
OBS.
account?
I'm sorry?
That's your StreamYard account you use?
Yes.
Okay. So now
I pay for the
follow-up
StreamYard
question
account.
is for Mike. Mike, have you figured out how to ban Phil from his own StreamYard? Because while Greg's gone, I'm thinking now's my chance.
I haven't given him account information,
I
so
don't have
no.
access.
He doesn't know
I don't
how.
have access to his StreamYard, but I am a mod in his chat, and I am a participant in the stuff that he's asking mods to get rid of. So if any of the other mods want to get me, it's like a battle. Who can ban the other quicker?
And the bad part is I made Poe a moderator too, so I'm kind of screwed either way.
Yeah, he made me a moderator right after I was saying some filthy stuff. I'm like, wow, thanks, buddy. I see you want more of that.
Secretly, Phil loves it.
Yeah. No, Greg made me an administrator on his StreamYard because I was at his house. So he's like, I don't have to see any of your information. Type it in yourself, because he didn't want me sending him my information he could log in. Because you got to have your Google account or something, right?
And
Yeah,
for an older guy, it's good to know that Bliss can still have a
Oh,
three-way.
he's got the Pac-Man background.
Completely stole my three-way thunder.
Yeah.
So the rest of the guys here, did you know that live on stream, Phil asked me if I'd had a three-way?
Oh, really? Wow.
I did.
You had no idea that we were thinking the dirty way. Three-way is a chili dish at Skyline Diner. And we were making fun of him in the chat. We're like, oh, yeah, three-way. Oh, three-ways are spicy and stuff like that. He's like, oh. So
Well, there's a four-way and a five-way, too.
Awesome. he looks in the chat and he's like, "Oh, Mike, have you ever had a three-way?" And we were dying. We were dying laughing.
I'm having this conversation. I'm playing.
It took him like
Hey,
a solid minute.
I
to get
got my control, and I'm like, hey man, you know, when you come to Cincinnati, we'll have a three-way. You know, you know, and they're chatting by typing all this stuff in the chat. I had no clue because I'm looking at the screen doing this little number, playing my game.
I am an open-minded man, but you are not who I think of when I think of a three-way.
No, I
That's brilliant. That is brilliant right there.
And this is why you got to watch Phil live every weekday.
Definitely.
it's not for the expert gameplay because that is for sure. It's the other entertainment, which is that
For Mike's comment.
things like that.
Yeah.
So
That's where Poe came up with shower him and devour him.
which is still not bad compared to the other, but
When I was making a steak, you got to tenderize a steak. You got to beat it and then eat it.
I'm going to share a screen real quick. Mike, I want to make sure we got the right game here.
That's it.
That's it?
Guy behind pipe.
The guy behind the pipe. That's the best
That looks
screenshot you
cool.
can come up with.
Well, actually, if I could figure out how to make the game run at the same time, but my mouse won't go over there. So I
Is
don't
that guy behind the pipe? Has he got a big old gun, or is he just happy to be in the game? What's going on?
Oh, that's that game Pipe Layer, isn't it?
I wonder if he's on a three-way.
He's working
he
on
said
it.
that just as I'm. Never mind.
I gotta figure out how to get rid of it. Over there, I got rid of it. Okay, I just want to make sure I had the right game. Because I'm the king. I don't know if you guys have watched. Mike or Poe picked a game, and I'll go online.
Sean, the great gamer. Do you guys know who that is?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Hey, Sean, what's up?
I am something, Sean.
Yeah, me too. Sean's awesome. He's the expert. Now, talk about expert gameplay. That
Yeah.
man knows how to play some games.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
What's
I like
up, brother?
watching- If I see his live stream on and yours at the same time, Bliss, I switch over to his every
I
time.
bet you do. The legendary gamer. And he's very humble, too.
Yes, he
Right.
is.
Nice. Nice. I'm going to put it back on this one.
Yeah, because if we had two more, we would really have the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Don't tell Sean
Well,
about
everybody that watches the show is already on screen except for Kelly. So
Yeah.
don't tell Sean what the game is for the challenge this week if you want your name on the board at all.
Yeah,
All
well.
right. Yeah.
We're playing Aliens,
Aliens.
the arcade version.
Join
I
the
hope.
Discord, Sean. You can figure it out yourself.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how many times I was trying to get at earlier. They've told me what game we're playing. I do a video on it, put it on YouTube, and it's completely the wrong game. On the wrong platform. And I started getting checks on my phone going, "You idiot. You did it again."
Yeah, Greg, don't
that like
play
when you shared
Alien
the
for the
wrong
Atari
Pac-Man
2600. That's the
Yeah.
wrong game.
Oh, that's a good game.
Alien on the
Love that
2600.
game.
That's a really good game.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna play
it's a good
Fallout.
game pick, though.
I was
play
just looking,
Fallout.
I was just looking. Sean's he's almost at 9,000 subs now.
Wow.
Wow.
He's up there, man.
See what good gameplay will get you?
Yeah, and if you ever look at his thumbnails, man, he does some excellent thumbnails too, man. He's got some really good. He knows what he's doing.
Good content creator. Him and Mike are way up there at the top. Me, Bart, and Poe down at the bottom. These other guys, these two guys at the top corners, they're in there somewhere. They do good. And then Derek down there, he can run a Discord. What else can I say?
Eric, you do a pretty good job driving, don't you, on those truck simulators? So if you want
As
to
long
check
as I
out some
listen to
good
Greg's
truck
advice,
driving
yeah.
gameplay,
Yeah.
watch Derek.
If it's American Truck Demolition Derby, then it's good.
Well, as long as I
Yeah.
listen to Greg's advice, yeah. Greg has terrible driving advice.
You know, I
So,
just told you how to some hotkeys to use to do something, and I guess his computer wasn't set up the same. It was a hotkey to record. It sent him into oblivion, which was fine.
Greg's big advice is you got to have a grabber with you in case you need something from the glove box while you're driving.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or as Cannabis Kid said, the biggest roach clip known to
Roach
man.
clip.
Yeah.
If you guys can see back behind me, though, well, of course, the screen's got smaller. Bart asked me on the last show if I was going to start flying again. This is my desk for the truck simulator, but I finally got it installed. You can see that monitor back there, that desk. I'm getting my flight simulator set up there, so I can be just like my idol Bart. I can turn my chair and fly, and then I can turn my chair and drive. Because when I grow up, I want to be just like Bart.
I got my flight yoke. You can see it right here, and then there's my steering wheel right there.
Yoke 'em and stroke 'em.
Yoke 'em and stroke 'em. That's the new series I'm going to do.
In the meantime, I've got 1,000,000 wires again, trying to set it. That's why I got this thing. Seriously, I did, because I had to stretch some wire behind this desk, and these are great for that. Great for that and snakes. That's Kelly.
You're really excited about that grabber.
You can't wait to find a snake. You're going to be out there beating the living shit out of garden snakes.
He's going to be going to neighbors' yards grabbing snakes.
You know what this reminds me of now? That's Pac-Man on a 2600.
Hey!
You got that to help you pee. That's a different snake. You're running up to the wife. Look, I got a snake. I got a snake.
Yeah.
Don't cut its head off, though.
Yeah. Well, I was going to go with.
He uses that to pick his droopy balls out of the toilet water.
That is exactly what I was about to say, Mike.
Yeah, you don't want to flush them down.
I need a bigger one. Though.
Now the sack is hanging in the water, so he reaches down. Dang it, Mike. Oh, you beat me by 3 seconds.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Polo, we're not those kind of jokes on this show. Getting drinks out of the fridge. Keep it in the gutter. Yeah.
Where's our moderators?
There we go. Now he's back on track. There we go.
Well, you got to get them. You got to get them out of the way of what else is coming down.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say earlier, it's the right length. He can use it to tuck his balls in his socks when he's wearing short pants, so they're not dragging on the ground.
Tuck them in. Oh wait, no, I can't get. Even I won't go with that word on here.
See, this kind of stuff always reminds me of a story. A buddy of mine and I took off on our motorcycles, and we went down to Daytona Beach. I was born down there. I came up here when I was little, but I thought, it'd be a fun trip. So right after I retired, we decided to go down there, and we thought, man, Daytona, you can drive on the beach. We thought, we'll get those Harleys on the beach, and it'll be cool as hell. We'll see some hot chicks. I'll tell you what, go down to Daytona Beach, get on the beach, drive down the beach. All you see is old men with wrinkled alligator skin. They've been in the sun too much, and their balls hanging down to their knees wearing. I said, I can't get this out of my
looking it up. You see that? He's like, oh, when's this happen?
I mean, I said, who the hell's idea was this to get on
Daytona Beach? When are the dudes out?
Banana hammock fest.
That's a picture of Poe. Oh, let me get that off the screen.
Oh, shoot.
No, he was on Amazon looking for a Speedo.
It's a privilege, not a right.
Yeah.
It's a responsibility.
Yeah. I used to always say I got one of those thong bikini things, bathing suits, but I didn't like that string thing going up my butt, so I wore it backwards. And then they can just hang it on either side.
Yeah, I'm not all about.
I just forgot about that.
I'm not
Phil.
all about
Why'd
the
you
anal
remind us
floss.
again?
Schlong thong, huh?
The long
Yeah,
song.
it's-
Oh my god.
It's just too uncomfortable to have, right?
We're embarrassing Derek. Knock it off, guys. Embarrassing.
No, I'm just pulling up Photoshop here. Give me a second.
He says, I don't want you guys doing this crap on my Discord. Do not do this crap on my Discord. I will silence you. I will silence you.
Greg, that's you did.
Oh my goodness. Well,
So,
let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't care what you guys do. I got to be out here at 8 o'clock, which is 10 minutes away. So I can either let you guys have it and keep going, or we can do a 7-person final thoughts. We'll probably take a half hour anyway, especially if we let Poe do one. So I'll let you guys take a vote, whatever you want to do.
I'll
Yeah,
probably
that's
gonna
easy.
take
One.
off
I was up-
sooner
I
rather
was
than
up
later
at 4.
anyway. So.
What's
I
that, Mike?
think
Well, I was just saying I'm probably going to take off sooner rather than later anyway. I have no problem with a wrap up.
Yeah, I got to work in the morning tomorrow. That's crazy. I know.
Oh, you do tomorrow?
3 days in a row working. Oh my goodness.
I'll leave it to my
Yeah,
main
well,
guys. Mike, you good?
I'll
Mike,
buy
you
it.
good with you good with doing a wrap up? You and Poe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then let's start with Poe and get it over with because it hurts.
Hey.
Because he'll be
Okay.
interrupting us anyway, so
Wake me up when he's done.
I was gone this week, so really didn't do anything video gaming wise. I did accidentally order a game for the Famicom disk system that I already own. I've been known to do that. So it came and I'm like, yeah, it's here. And then I looked and I already had it. So,
Nice.
but, and Ballistic interviewed me yesterday. He's going to have me on, not tomorrow, but next Monday. So I'll be doing that. And I think I'm on with you guys this Tuesday. Is that still the plan? Or
Yeah.
you kicking me
Yes,
off?
sir. I'll be sending you a link probably tonight.
So that's
I'll
what
be
we're
watching. I'll be watching from the gym. I'll be on the equipment watching you guys. You guys
All right.
keep my blood going. It's a good show.
Yeah, so that's what's been going on. Not much else today.
what are you
Haven't
talking
been
about,
here, so-
Greg? Keeping your blood going? What are we talking about? Are we
He admits it. He said he bought a penis pump.
Memories of
Yeah.
Daytona Beach.
Derek, if I say anything more than a sentence long, Bart will start playing music. So
Fair.
I thought that was
fair
when there was
enough.
a pause of at least a sentence long.
Right. Yeah. It depends on if he's talking or pausing on which song gets played. That's what it is.
okay,
Yeah.
is that it, Poe?
Yeah, I think. I'm not working on anything. So
Okay.
That was another great Mr. Post style wrap up.
I'm just gonna move right over next to him and let Bart have his say.
Yeah, I'm like Poe. I wasn't home most of the week. Poe came to Texas, so I got the hell out. And Texas ain't big enough for the both of us. But, yeah, so I was out of town. So I got lucky though, because Kelly had to work. This sounds worse than it is. I was lucky Kelly was working, but so I was able to do all of my videos for this last week, all in like 2 days because I was home by myself. What else am I going to do?
Nice.
I blocked Pornhub in Texas, so I can't. I might as well do some videos. But so now I'm just back to normal. Just plugging
I
along.
did mean to ask you, Bart. Yeah, I'm going to take over again here.
Yeah, that's normal.
Well, you
Go
were
ahead.
gone. I did send you an email with a game, so I didn't know if you got that email or not
Oh, I don't know.
for the IRK.
I'll have-
So
I'll have to unblock you. I feel like on everything. I don't just in YouTube. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah, it was before I left, so I think it was probably Monday I sent that to you.
Okay. Yeah, because we were in full swing in Arizona. For the people that don't know, Kelly and I got up for work at 4:00 in the morning on Sunday, worked all the way till 3:00, and then got in the car and drove from here to Phoenix, which is about a 9-hour drive. My boys, it's very rare that I get to see both of my boys at the same time, and they were going to my mom's house on Monday, and we surprised them. They didn't know we were going to be there, so and then I had grandkids running around wearing me out. So that's what we're doing, and I didn't see it. I know I probably didn't see it. Well, I know I didn't see it because I didn't see it, but I'll look for it. And I got to answer Polo's question here. What did you and Kelly eat at Burger King in Las Cruces? I had that double bacon king or something. It was a nice burger.
$20.
Kelly ate some other type of cow. I don't know. I didn't get to see what Kelly was eating because I had to go outside and quick get on the show because Poe was talking shit.
That was the shed and breakfast. I was going to stay at your shed and breakfast while I was done.
Yeah, that's right. So, that's all I got. I look forward to playing in these tournaments and holding up the bottom on whatever that Mike. I know when Mike picks, I'm going to suck at it. So I'll be at the bottom of that one. So that's my big plan.
One of you guys are going to have to figure out a console game for next week because I picked already. Mike picked the arcade game. Yep. So unless you want me to pick again, it's going to be terrible.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly has a baby walker. There we go. All right, that's all I got. What do you got, Derek?
Nothing much. I was busy all weekend too, so. But getting more into mobile stuff, so probably see some mobile things. I just got a Lenovo tablet with a telescopic controller to set up for gaming. So
cool.
Probably doing some videos on that. Might even play the challenge on that. We'll see.
Nice.
Excellent.
And I saw they have an APK for VPX for Android that I'm interested in trying out. So if it works out, I'll let you guys know how to do it. Those of you that don't have iPhones, because it looks pretty cool. You can play VPX tables, anything so far.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Maybe you could do a segment for the show so we could have some quality content. So if you want to do a segment,
you say maybe he could get pregnant for the show. That would bring in the ratings.
Well, that would probably be pandering this month, wouldn't it? Oh,
right.
I'm not into pandering.
Right.
But yeah, so I'll probably have to get with both the mics for quality content advice if I do that, though, Greg. But yeah, that's all I got. And Paul, I'm looking forward to your next Popeye video next year. So
I drove past my buddy's house today when I went to my parents', but I didn't stop. I haven't seen him for a while. I don't want to just stop in and say, "Hey, I'm here for that TI 99 4A that you got for me last summer." So that'd be a little rude, I think.
I'm gonna interrupt here. I had a similar thing to that, Poe. Before we were leaving, my water supply here at the house was a little bit low. I trucked my water in for people that don't know because we're off grid out here. And I went into town on Friday before we were leaving, and the water supply in town was low, so they wouldn't let people get bulk water. So I had to call my neighbor over here that has a well. And I'm like, I haven't talked to him in like 4 months. I'm like, "Hey, Shane, how's it going? Can I get 200 gallons of water from your well?" So that's a little awkward to have to when you didn't talk for a while, and then just be like, "Hey, can you give me something?" Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Nobody
when
talks to me when you want something.
me and Kelly set the high scores on his pinball and his Galaga. That's just rude.
First I invite him in my house. I'll let him stay here. Take him around, show him around town. We go have nice lunch and stuff. He comes back. He plays on my Galaga machine. And he puts the high score on it. Kelly puts the high score on my pinball machine. I let him sign up using my PC so he can be a co-sponsor of this without everything. And then he walks out the door and leaves laughing.
Well,
Sounds
it's your
about
own
right.
fault for not wearing pants to the door when we were leaving.
I used to do stuff like that in tech school. I went down to see my buddies who were on the basement floor level, and they had a room, and some of my other buddies had a room right next to them. It was connected with a bathroom. So I went in, and I'm talking with these guys, and said, "Well, I'm going to go through the bathroom there and talk to your other buddies." I went in there, and I left a giant log in the toilet, and then just walked right out. And as I'm going up the stairs, I hear it screaming and yelling, "Henry, stop!"
Nice.
Just stop by to drop a log.
Why is your content always about logs, Bo?
Logs. You like
Logger.
logs?
It's a logger.
Well, since Derek said he was, I want to say one thing. I want to thank Derek. I just checked the Discord. I figured while Poe was talking, I'd have plenty of time. And anyway, I noticed Derek's already put in the pinball tourneys the password and the codes to find the games on Steam and Switch. So I want to thank you for that, Derek.
He's
Derek,
on
sorry
it.
I got that on there.
He's on it.
You guys are ready to go. With that being
Well,
said,
Greg, you
Mike's-
have messed with the proper order of things. That's 2 compliments in an hour.
oh no.
We're
Well,
gonna cancel.
I'll correct that. I'll correct
I'm
that.
permanently banned from the show.
Even though he runs the bloody show.
Well, I want to pay another compliment. I want to thank Mike's Gaming Gala for showing up tonight. He's a wonderful man. He's got a
Good
great
job,
channel.
Mitch.
And it's
Yeah.
that's 3 compliments, and it's you're up, Mike. Any
No,
final
that's 2 compliments and a lie.
Wait to hear what I'm going to say about you, Retro.
Okay.
Okay, if it's my turn, I have a great review of Anthropomorphic Force for the Intellivision that I released last week. Coming this week should be the next YouTuber of the month, if you've been following that, as well as probably Moon Cresta for the ColecoVision, which is another Opcode game, and probably some very difficult conversations about Intellivision homebrew scene. So that'll be an interesting thing. Although I will say, if anybody of you guys saw my channel update, I've made some changes. I do have memberships now, and I'm proud to say that both Mr. Poststyle and Retro Bliss over there are Retro Bliss was my very first member. Mr. Poststyle was number 3, but we've got memberships now, not with much behind it. So you're not missing anything if you don't become a member.
Wait a second. That's the first time ever Poe wasn't number 2. Just saying.
Number 2 was the Intellivision gamer. But I appreciate all my numbers. It's really funny because I've got 3 kids, right? So the joke is my oldest son is P, my second son's Poo, and then my daughter was saying, like, what am I? I'm number 3. I'm like, well, you're diarrhea.
Diarrhea is number 3. And that's me.
You're a mix of the 2.
There you go.
And I haven't become a member of Bliss's page yet, just because I was hoping that Casey was going to gift me it, and he didn't. So
He tried to. Did you hear this story? He
I think
tried
I
to.
did.
You jumped off, and somebody jumped on it. He can't assign it, and so he had gifted 5. He had gifted 5, and then but you had missed it, and he noticed that you missed it, and you were on. He saw that you had jumped on, and so he did one more, and then you had jumped off, and somebody else jumped right back on it. So then it was like, oh well. He says, I'm not going to keep.
Well, I only joined Mike's because he promised nudes every month. So
Oh,
Tasteful nudes.
oh.
But Mike didn't specify what kind of nudes post. So you better-
Yeah.
They're naked dog pictures.
Yeah, you guys can talk about beat them and
Red
eat them all
Rocket.
you want to amongst each other. Why don't you just keep it amongst each other?
Right?
Says the guy that was direct messaging Brian through our podcast chat. My Friday night, my phone's lighting up. I'm like, what the hell's going on in the Discord? It's just Brian and Bliss trying to coordinate where to meet. It's like, there's a personal message feature in Discord, buddy. Come on.
You guys talk amongst each other in it too.
Group conversation, not, hey, Poe, are you going to be at this place at this time because I'm specifically meeting you there?
I don't honestly look at that anyway. We'll talk about that later in the personal chat. Okay.
Oh, now
I'm
we have to do personal
I'm
chat.
not actually mad. It's just really funny.
I'm going to move over to the other Mike, if that's okay. Mike, you got anything else first?
Yeah, no. That's
Mike, the gaming road warrior. What you got for us, buddy?
So I got my new video I'm going to be working on Monday because I'm just taking a week break. But I'm going to be doing Castlevania for the NES, so the original NES, and it's going to be a retrospective bite. It's not going to be a documentary on it. I also did it was kind of interesting. I did a survey on my channel, just kind of wanting to know what my audience wants. And I was just kind of curious, like, hey, does my audience like skits? And how do they feel about, modern games or retro games? So I did put a poll on it, and kind of was like shocked. It's kind of almost like in the middle with the skits. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. I think a little bit majority like skits. And I like skits and videos. I tend to do those on my channel. But
Yeah, you had a great one with Old Poe. That was the best one ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I kind of like
one, Poe. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, what was that?
Was that the outhouse one?
Yeah. That one was really, I just like, well, maybe I kind of overdid it with that one. So,
well, Mike,
I brought you down.
I just want to say, I enjoy your videos. I enjoy your satire. I enjoy the information you give, the way you present it, and I enjoy it. But above all, maybe that's why my channel sucks so bad. I don't know. And Bart's and Poe's. But the thing is Bart,
Thank you. Love you too.
We do what we want. So if you like what you're doing, and I like what you're doing, well, that's two out of us. So I don't care what these other guys think.
Well, I'm going to keep doing skits because it looks like what the majority had voted. They like the skits, so I'm going to keep that. But as far as the modern and retro games, I did put out a poll, and then I noticed like a majority don't care. They like both retro and modern, and then I had two of each. 2 people liked modern games, 2 people like retro games only. But, when you look at your analytics, I looked at my numbers. I'm like, wow, I looked on Fallout's video. It didn't do well. I mean, it's getting views, but I'm not getting any subscribers from it. I only got 3 subscribers from the videos. And then I'm like, where's my videos getting sent to? Surprise. It's getting sent to the end of people watching Angry Video Game Nerd on his. And then some sort of Minecraft video. I'm like, ooh, these are the wrong audience that this video is targeted to. So, but I've done other modern games on my channel before, but I think YouTube thinks I'm a retro gaming channel. So it's putting it towards people that watch retro games. So I might not be doing it. I'm still thinking about it because I told my audience I'll put out a video on whether or not I'm going to cut one of the other. But it's looking more towards I'm just going to do retro, but from the original NES to PlayStation 2. So I'll probably just focus on that for now. I think a lot of people are going to be happy because one of the things I've kind of noticed, I've been seeing this on YouTube is I don't know if you guys seen it, Silent Hill 2, the remake. And they're pointing at Angela. And when I see her, I'm like, ooh, why did they ruin her? So I'm probably going to just play the original because I loved the original on that game. And one of the things that bothered me too, it wasn't really her that bothered me. It was the nurses because James is the character on the game. He's thinking of all these things and he's kind of got the sexual tension. And that's why if you look at all the characters, they look kind of hot. And it's not intentional for the designer, but it's through James's what he's viewing going through Silent Hill. So they've kind of messed up on what he's thinking. And then Maria kind of is supposed to be the other side of his wife, more, kind of attractive, hot looking, that kind of stuff. And it's totally different from what his wife looks like in the game.
Mentally unstable.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, oh, but Angela, they messed up my girl. And I'm scared to see what Eddie looks like. Like, no, why? You know,
It's like when they got rid of Laura Cross polygonal boobies. It ruined everything.
I know.
Eddie
But,
looks
yeah.
like Frank Enfurter now.
Right. But yeah, I'm still thinking I'll probably put out a video on what to address on the thing. So, but it looks like I'm gonna probably lean towards just sticking to retro gaming, but up to the PlayStation 2 at least. So there's people. I'm pretty sure that people who played PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 5, they'll have memories of the PlayStation 2 and the
Right.
1. Because we got to cover, Tomb Raider with the polygons, right?
Well, can you play Zen Studios pinball on the Switch because it's got PlayStation 2 graphics?
I'm pretty sure.
You beat me to it, Greg. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got for now on that. Just I'm going to be working on the Castlevania and, of course, an update on how my channel is going to progress. Oh, one more thing. You guys like hacks?
Yep.
So I got this made. Oh no, guys. Can you see it?
Oh, I can see it now.
Deadpool Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
Deadpool.
Oh, nice.
So
Deadpool.
this isn't for me. I'm actually going to be giving it to one of my subscribers, and it's not going to be a giveaway. I already had someone in mind to give it to, and also I have another one I'm getting made. So that way you go towards a second person. So
I appreciate
that's
it.
really
I
cool.
really do. I look forward to getting it in the mail.
It's not going to be any of my friends though. It's just I had to have it someone out of the friend circle. So
Poe might get it then. Poe might get it.
I almost won on Mike's channel yesterday.
Oh,
It
really?
was so close. It ticked right by his name. Just barely. But there'll be more draws every weekend this month.
Nice. And I'm a member. I might not have to be there depending on how the rules go.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it so that members of my channel are automatically entered into every draw. With
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. I didn't want to have to sit through another one of those.
I'm telling you.
Well, Mike, to you, I'd just say keep doing what you're doing. Do what you like. Do what's fun for you. But I get that you're trying to pull and see what's best for your autumn. That's good business thoughts. So, but I think you're doing a great job. I enjoy your stuff.
All right, thanks.
And
All I know
Mike,
is-
you still have to collab on Leisure Suit Larry. Don't forget.
Oh yeah. I planned that video. I got to beat it first.
Nice.
Not that beating.
I'm gonna jump it over to Bliss and let him, Mike. Unless you got something else, I'm gonna let
No,
Bliss.
I'm
take it.
done. That was it for me.
Oh,
Bliss?
did you have anything to add to Mike's final thought?
No, so far I've interrupted each of you. I'm waiting for Bliss to get started here.
Okay.
It was 1977. He just got an attorney.
Well. Okay. Well, I was at Korg's this past weekend, so I did a lot of footage there, and so I'm hoping and planning on having a video up sometime this week of my adventures there yesterday, and so that'll be up on the channel hopefully. And so look for that. Also, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have our podcast talking about Atari and their lack of customer service and some of the bad things that they're doing. We're going to have Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala, who is here, and Poe, who is here. And we're also going to have Brian from BD Retro Mods, and we're going to have Ballistic Coffee Boy. We're going to have actually a wide range of views here. Brian from BD, from Ballistic Coffee Boy, he is an Atari fanboy for sure, but he's very forgiving. He's much more forgiving than I would ever be to Atari. And at first I wasn't 100% sure if he would be really the kind of guest I would want to be on there, because I wanted to be a kind of a critical thing. But then I got to think of it, I'm like, I want him on there because I want his viewpoint, because he's been there from almost the beginning, and he's really the kind of person I want to be talking about Atari. He's our Atari resident expert, really. And so I
And I
wanted
told
him on
him-
there.
I told him to bring a box of tissues and not just for the Mystique games.
Okay.
And you're going to scoop him because I did the same type of conversation with him yesterday, and that won't be out until next Monday. So
Yeah. And so look
It'll
for
be a
that 8
companion piece.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time this week. And okay. And also today I released a video. I actually, after almost nearly a year, I finally got my games from Atari Age.
oh, nice.
I
I
ordered
still haven't
games
even
from-
gotten my email.
It took almost a year to get. I ordered probably $800 worth of games from Atari Age. It took them almost a year to get them to me. And
You guys,
so,
now you're gonna get post start on Atari and waiting on crap again. Good job.
yeah.
And Atari Age too. I did get one game from them a few months back, but I didn't get the rest of my stuff yet. So
No. So
It was the summer of '77. Star Wars was in the theaters.
the video basically is just a quick unboxing showing what I got. I'll be doing basically reviews of the games. I have ROMs of all of them already, but I've been waiting to get the physical games so I could actually do official reviews of the games. But I couldn't do them because I didn't have the physical. I didn't really feel like I could do them. So those reviews will be coming. But the unboxing of the look what I got video came out today. Also this week, I'm reviving the Retro Bliss Ninja contest. I've decided to do that.
Starting with Pac-Man 2600.
Yes.
That'll be one of them. The other one will be beat 'em and eat 'em.
Yes.
Excellent.
There you go, Bliss.
Why did you beat? Well, you need to boot Mike too.
No. Mike's a guess.
But the rules are going to be revamped. I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is instead of picking a couple games every week, I'm going to pick like 4 games a month, and give you the whole month to practice, and then go that route. And that way, everybody will have enough time. The games will be announced in the Discord, and then I'll release an official video for the games. And I won't be announcing them every day because it just was taking too much time to talk about them every day. It was taking like almost 5 minutes or so of my stream every day to talk about it. And I just think it was taking just too much time to get into the game play. So I may go back into announcing them. I don't know, but I'm going to try this format first and see how it goes. So that's really all I got. So we got a little bit going on over at Retro Bliss Gaming. We're moving. We're moving. We're doing a little something.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Okay, well, I'll wrap it up then. First, I know Sean put in there. Don't forget. The game for the week is, Mike, help me out. It's Aliens for arcade. Jesus. Don't forget the pinball tournaments. It's in the Discord. I want to thank Mike's Gaming Gala. I want to thank Retro Bliss for stopping by. I want to thank Derek's Pixelatorium for dropping in. Bart, you can go reproduce yourself and go jump in the lake. You might be pretty much a good guy. With that being said, don't leave. We'll meet in the green room. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on G.Parkers Arcade Room. By the way, this last little bit is a little bit of self-promotion.
We were going to go out like that.
If I'm going to get abused like that, here, let me get into a little self-promotion here. And remember, you guys might not all be off the screen, and we're still live. I'm just giving you a heads up.
I went to the zoo the other day, and they only had a dog. It was a Shih Tzu.